I'm just getting into the rhythm of making videos more regularly for you guys, honestly. So as you guys can see on the title, today's vlog is about learning to drive at night. One of the main things that you have to understand is that when you're on a motorcycle, you are already in danger. And while driving at night, you just increase this danger. So there are certain things that you guys have to follow. You know, is there certain good habits that you have to, get into your way of driving? The first thing is, when you're driving a bike, always be conscious to the fact that at any time someone can turn into you. So when I drive, I don't just look at this one Mercedes in front of me. I'm actually looking at the entire region of cars around me. And when people ask, right, like, what do you mean you're looking at? Like, am I specifically looking at anything here? The answer is no. I'm not specifically looking at something. I'm looking at the entire picture. When you drive a car or bike, so this applies to driving a car as well. When you drive a car or bike, by just looking at something, you are making a mistake. There's no one thing that you have to look at. Like they say, right, look 5 cars ahead and drive. Like, even though what they mean logically is that you look ahead and not look, the 1 car ahead. Like look in front of me. This is a lane. Like, these guys in front of me are just braking for what reason? Only God will know. I hate being in those sort of lanes where they brake for no reason whatsoever. And also, you guys might be thinking, why does this guy have his maps all the time? Like, I know how to go home. I know, these are routes that you should remember, right? So the reason I have maps all the time is to see stuff like this. You can see where the traffic is starting. So I can actually understand in advance where the traffic is going to be. Okay, the second thing that I want to talk about is your positioning. The way you position yourself on the road. Now, if you have to decide as while you're driving, which side is more dangerous. Now, I feel this guy can turn into me at any time. So what I will do is what most people will do, they'll go away from that lane. They'll try to avoid being close to him. But in reality, what you should be doing is you get closer to him, like this guy. I drive over here, so he has 100% seen me. But always remember, when you're very close to him, you can end up in his blind spot. So remember that also. And another thing is, can you see where I am riding on this lane right now? I've seen so many of these delivery drivers, they ride like behind the car like this, where they cannot see anything. Whereas you see where I am trying to ride. Now you see, in this part of the lane, it's better to be on this side of the road, because those guys can enter into your lane. Now whenever you feel that someone can enter into your lane, try to be closer to that side. So this is why I have my maps open all the time. I want to see where the traffic is going to start. What this guy wants to do. So in those sort of cases where you have someone who is planning to do something, right, be very careful, because those guys have already made up their mind. And when they've already made up their mind, they don't actually look at stuff. these sort of situations I try not to talk. I'm basically concentrating. I actually don't know when these traffic stops over here. The traffic is always there. Like it's almost 8 o'clock. And you know, some guys, sometimes you'll notice when you're filtering and people hear your bike, right? Contrary to popular belief, there will be a group that will actually move towards your bike. With some people you have to be careful. Like you see this guy, he's moving towards the side of the lane.